Welcome in. It's week 6. We're almost a third of the way through the season at this point, you guys. Who's been a good or bad surprise player for you so far this year?
I'd say tight end Luke Farrell. When you watch the tape and watch how he blocks in the running game, he's more than adequate as a replacement for Chris Manhertz.
It's a better answer than mine. I'm going to go with my Ozone podcast guest, Darius Williams.
Welcome into Jags A.M. this Thursday. We're presented by Fields Auto Group. Jacksonville, step up to luxury. FieldsAuto.com. Kainani Stevens, Brian Sexton, John Oehser here as we get ready for the Colts, which I feel like we just played them, even though that was week 1. But it is early in the season to be getting both of those games out of the way.
You know, it always seems like we see the Colts pretty close together. Last year, saw them in week 2 and I think week 6. And we get the Titans at the end of the season, right? You seem to see them late November and then early January.
Yeah, and it's almost two bags. I feel like at some point the Colts' youth first year stuff is going to catch up with them and they're going to go in a slide. Maybe not a slide as far as you thought they were at the beginning of the season, but I don't know if they're going to contend all season. But right now they're good and they could prove me wrong. I mean, they're a team that could easily win this game Sunday.
And I think that getting Gardner Minshew right now especially is a benefit to them because he's more capable as a passer. When you watch their game against the Titans, you see that he's very measured. You know, he's not they don't have the big deep threats, so he's putting the ball right where he needs to. And of course, with the running game and the return of Jonathan Taylor, it plays to the strength of their defense. So I think Gardner Minshew is the right guy for them at the right moment.
Let's talk about our big things this week. Our first big thing is energy. This team has been re-energized. They got 2 wins in London, and it just feels a little bit different in the building. Doug talked to that earlier this week.
I think the guys understand going away for 10 days was good for us, and you know, but we've got to bring that energy back. We can't leave it in London, right? And so that's a big part of this week. But playing a division opponent, you know, can help that.
John, amazing what a couple of wins will do for you, huh?
Well, there's been a lot of talk about London re-energizing him, and
I don't know if it was that. I think the winning helps.
I'll use my old quote from Ebby Calvin Nuke LaLoosh from Bull Durham. Hey, winning, man, it's like better than losing.
Way better.
And that's really what it is. I mean, it's winning is cool, Brian, and people like it, and it fires you up.
And the Jaguars like it too.
Yeah.
And the other storyline coming out of the locker room yesterday was Doug taking his team back to last year when they came back from London and fell into a 17-0 hole against the Raiders. So I feel like the Jaguars are trying to talk their energy level into existence. Maybe it will be there today on the practice field or tomorrow, and hopefully by Sunday. But everybody who made the trip has to acknowledge it's taken a couple of days to get back to.
I think the division matchup really helps that. If this was a team they hadn't played already,
if they were getting the Arizona Cardinals this week,
yeah, that you don't really know. But anybody who played in that game in week 1 knows this team can beat you. They know how big it is. So I'm a little more concerned about the lull next week, but we have next week to talk about.
Yeah, well, it's not even a week. That's a good reason to be worried about it.
It's exactly a week, as a matter of fact.
Well, a week from today, but a week from Sunday, it's not. Ow.
Let's go to our second big thing. We're doing the real story because I wasn't here for it, but Minshew Mania, I'm sure, was quite the story. But now we're going to get to see him back here again and what he's going to look like this time around. Doug talked a little bit about what the offense on the Colts looks like now with Gardner Minshew.
They're staying disciplined with their gap integrity and all of that, and you know, we're tackling better on the perimeter. There's a sense of urgency there. You know, guys are flying around, making plays. You saw Jank, you know, Sunday against the Bills coming through there and making some great tackles for losses, things like that. And I just think there's a confidence level that's, you know, with the defense right now that they kind of pride themselves on that.
So Doug, speaking a little bit about that run defense, obviously Jonathan Taylor's going to be back, and they'll be dealing with a very different Colts team than we saw in week 1.
Well, and I think it's good that he talked about that because while Minshew Mania is the story, right? The reality is that this is a team that's going to come at you and run the ball. I mean, you've got Jonathan Taylor, who 2 years ago was the leading rusher and who had beaten the Jaguars up in the first couple of times that they met. He comes back now with Zach Moss, and I talked to Devin Lloyd, who played with Zach Moss at Utah, I mean, they just expect to see as good a running attack as you're going to see. And that sets Minshew Mania up for success. When they can run the ball and Gardner doesn't have to stand in the pocket and be looking down the field for guys to get open who might not be able to get there. The real story of this game is the Colts running attack and the Jaguars' ability, coming off a good performance against the run in London, to stop them.
Yeah, I think two things with London give you some confidence if you're the Jaguars. You tackled extremely well against Buffalo, maybe the best tackling game I remember this team having. Very few times in that game did you feel like the Bills got an extra yard when you said, oh, they should have got him down there. Also, they did a good job against Atlanta, which is as run-centric as the Colts. With the exception of the third quarter, they played exceptionally well against the run in that game. If they have a game similar to how they handled Bijan Robinson in Atlanta, they win Sunday.
I do want one more thing on Minshew. I went to your boy, Dewey, yesterday in the locker room, who was his roommate when he was here, and he said he thinks that Minshew is Brock Purdy, that he's a guy that in the right circumstance, because remember, Purdy was the last player selected in the draft last year, and he thinks that if you put him in a situation with the right accoutrements around him, a defense, a running game, some receivers, which they don't admittedly have at this moment, he thinks that he can thrive. And I'm eager to see.
It's quite the comparison.
Well, I thought so too, right? And of course I rolled my eyes and he goes, no, look, he can be that guy. Okay, we'll see.
If he means it in the sense of the 49ers can take any quarterback and make that team look good, then yes.
I think he has a great fondness for his former roommate.
Of course, absolutely.
And as badly as he wants to beat him, he's happy for him
Yeah.
to get a chance in a situation where he feels like he can succeed. So
Seems
we'll
like a
see.
good fit for him right now.
Yeah.
Our final big thing is the ones you know. We talked a lot this year so far about the offense not quite being where they need to be. But one of the people that have been where they need to be is Travis Etienne. He's been having a wonderful season so far. And Trevor Lawrence was asked about his current teammate and former college teammate earlier this week.
So I would say yes. I mean, he's playing great right now. I think just his game as a whole, not just carrying the ball, breaking tackles and doing his thing in the running game. I think in the passing game, protections, all those things, I think he's just doing a great job. He's playing really smart. He's trusting the guys up front. I think that's something that we worked a lot this offseason is, gap integrity and talking about our schemes and where we want the ball to hit and all those things. And he's just really doing a great job of staying disciplined and trusting those guys. And then, of course, he's going to go and make some plays that not a lot of guys can make, and that's what makes him special. But it's every play where he's doing his job, he's trusting it, he's trusting the guys up front to clear a path for him, and then he's hitting it. I think that's where I've seen him take some huge steps, and it's been impressive to watch.
John, he's been so impressive to watch. I feel like we talk about it every week, but Etienne's really taken a jump.
He's done something really impressive to me in that he was worked with in the off season on the gap integrity stuff and on hitting holes and on taking what's there and not trying to turn every play into a home run. And he's, I don't know if change his style is the right word, but he had to work to change how he was running, and it's worked. Not every player can do that. Not every player, frankly, is intelligent enough or able to take what you're told during March or April and employ it on the field. Really impressive job. Doug thought all off season that Travis could really improve by running, smarter is not quite the right word, but running more within what they wanted to do offensively. He's done it. I think he's the MVP of the offense so far.
Yeah, he's the most productive offensive player right now for sure.
By far. Enough said. All right, coming up, we're going to preview that matchup against the Colts right after the break.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, and we have some great news. Fields has the vehicle you want, in stock, priced right, and ready for delivery.
Fields Auto Group is Jacksonville's luxury automotive destination for Cadillac, Jaguar, Land Rover, Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. Inventory is back and available for immediate delivery.
And every Fields customer can take advantage of our Fields Amenities program with complimentary loaners, car washes, and our cafes. You deserve the best.
Stop by today or go to fieldsauto.com.
Your hometown gate now has more ways to save. Introducing My Gate Rewards, a new loyalty program with member-exclusive savings and fuel discounts. Earn points on in-store purchases, take advantage of special offers, and save on products you love. Score free coffee, fountain drinks, pizza, and soft serve with Gates Frequent Shopper Clubs. Then use your points on savings at the pump. Download the MyGate Rewards app in the App Store today or ask a store associate for more information. Go from good to Gate.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Jags fans, if you want customized Jaguars furniture for your home, check out ZipChair.com to browse all customizable options. ZipChair is furniture for fans. Welcome back to Jags A.M. here. We're getting ready to talk Colts. We have to check in with our Colts Insider, of course, Mike Chappell, because just a couple of weeks ago we were talking to you, Mike, but things are very different on this team than they were in week one. I think for me the biggest change is Jonathan Taylor's going to be back, and what can he bring to the team and how do things change with him back on the field?
Well, you saw Zach Moss go for like 56 last week, but that's what Jonathan Taylor can do every play. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but he's the big play guy. And we'll see. He had 10 snaps last week, probably double that this week. That doesn't mean touches, but it means on the field. But no, he makes them better. Better players make you better. I mean, it's a simple league. But at the same time, Zach Moss is like third in the league in rushing. And he's done more than what he's needed to do until Taylor gets back. So, yeah, keep in mind that the first time these guys played, the running back was Deion Jackson. He's not on the roster anymore. So it's a totally different team. So I'm really curious how they respond. One thing you guys said, and I don't agree with because I don't, that maybe Minshew is the better option for him. I understand what you're saying. He's the safer option as far as you know what you're getting with Gardner Minshew. The floor is here. The ceiling is not really where you want it to be. Anthony Richardson makes them a really dangerous team. You can score in 5 plays. You can score in 3-play drives. Minshew probably not. That's the biggest difference. So as long as things are going fine, I think he's more than adequate. Get behind like they did to the Rams 23-0. I'm not sure Minshew can bring him back. But as long as things go well, I think he's fine. It's just the margin of error is a lot slimmer with Minshew.
Mike, John here. I appreciate you doing this again. I was going to ask you about Minshew, so you sort of stole my thunder, but that's fine. We go way back. I can deal with that. Why are they 3-2? Meaning, we thought that this would be a team that would struggle. Is it hard to figure that out because Richardson's been in and out, or I guess what has gotten this team here?
Yeah, I mean everything in the offseason. Hey, we're drafting the dynamic quarterback, and we're going to pair him with Jonathan Taylor. They've played one play together, so it's everything else. You go to Baltimore and your kicker sets an NFL record with 4 50-yard field goals. Minshew has I'm not piling on Minshew at all. He's come off the bench at Houston and the other game and played at Tennessee and helped win the game. He's done what he's done. He struggled when the team had a chance to prepare for him, which is what this week will be. But and the defensive play well. Zaire Franklin might be the best kept secret in the league. He leads the league in tackles and solo tackles, and so many times a player has 12 tackles and you say, really, I don't remember him. Well, this guy makes plays. He got in the hole and stuffed Derrick Henry on 4th and 1 or 2 late in the fourth quarter. DeForest Buckner's playing well. Kenny Moore's playing well. Their offensive line is playing at its 218 level. It's playing really, really well, which allows them to run the ball, which allows Minshew to do what he does. I'm not seeing too many quarterbacks better at 3rd and 7 ball placement than Gardner Minshew. It's really, really nice to watch. But right now, it's everybody's doing something. And this is going to be without Anthony Richardson for at least 4 games, probably longer. They're going to get Taylor back, which is going to be a big help. So, have they overachieved? Probably. And a lot of that, I think, goes to Shane Steichen and what he's done. He's just got these guys playing better, more detailed, more efficient, and 3-2 is the result.
When I bet back and watched, Mike, the game against the Titans, I saw the offensive line for the first time in a couple of years look like that offensive line when it was playing at its best. And I can only imagine the big part of that is they've got the running game going. And that's what Quentin Nelson and Ryan Kelly and Braden Smith do. Is your assessment that offensive line is starting to look like itself again?
Yes, and they've got Bernie Ryman at left tackle. He's missed 2 games with a concussion. He might be back this week. And if you haven't got a left tackle, you can't play. That's just pure, simple. But they're playing better. And this team, they you bring in the dynamic rookie quarterback with the big arm. This was always going to be a run-centric team. It just was. It's the way they're built. Now, Richardson would bring more in the passing game, but if Jacksonville lets them on Sunday, they're going to run the ball 35 times. They just will, because that's what they want to do. And more than that, maybe. It's hard to imagine 40 rushes in a game because, this is still a throwing league. But if the game stays tight and it comes down to the fourth quarter, this team is going to want to run the ball, and they've shown that they can. Quentin Nelson's back to where he was. Ryan Kelly, Braden Smith. They've got Bill Fries at right guard playing well. So they're doing things the way they want to do them, and as long as the teams don't get them out of it, the Rams did, but Richardson brought them back. As long as teams let this team hang around and stay close or even get ahead, they're going to be a tough out.
Certainly will be. We'll have to see how things play out on Sunday. Mike, thank you so much for joining us again in just these couple of weeks. We appreciate it. We'll see you on Sunday. Stay with us. We're going to preview our matchup for Sunday against the Colts and the players we think will be game changers.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, and we have some great news. Fields has the vehicle you want, in stock, priced right, and ready for delivery.
Fields Auto Group is Jacksonville's luxury automotive destination for Cadillac, Jaguar, Land Rover, Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. Inventory is back and available for immediate delivery.
And every Fields customer can take advantage of our Fields Amenities program with complimentary loaners, car washes, and our cafes. You deserve the best.
Stop by today or go to fieldsauto.com.
Your hometown gate now has more ways to save. Introducing My Gate Rewards, a new loyalty program with member-exclusive savings and fuel discounts. Earn points on in-store purchases, take advantage of special offers, and save on products you love. Score free coffee, fountain drinks, pizza, and soft serve with Gates frequent shopper clubs. Then use your points on savings at the pump. Download the My Gate Rewards app in the App Store today or ask a store associate for more information. Go from good to Gate.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Sudeth is Florida's trusted and reliable moving company. Sudeth is proud to be the official moving partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So to get a guaranteed quote, visit Sudeth.com/Jax. And Sudeth is our presenting sponsor for He Will, He Won't, He Might. We're looking at players we think are going to have a big impact on the game on Sunday against Indy. Brian, who did you pick this week?
I'll go with Foley Fatukasi, who is coming off perhaps the best 2 games of his Jaguars career. He's been healthy. He pushed the pocket and created pressure on Desmond Ridder and the Falcons, and then was all over the line. And really a big factor in why they were so good against the run against the Bills at Tottenham on Sunday. So I say he will again have a big impact. Now, he won't necessarily push Ryan Kelly, who is a Pro Bowl caliber center, around like he did Mitch Morse in the Falcons center. But he might be the guy who is the key to the Jaguars' run defense. He might be that guy that sets up everyone else for success on Sunday. They have got to find a way to shut down the Colts' running attack. Otherwise, they won't get a chance to attack the quarterback.
Well, I went with the next level, Foye Oluokun. And for much the same reason. he will, in this game, I think, have a lot of tackles because he always does, and he's unbelievably consistent. And again, like Mike said about Zaire Franklin, Foye's a guy who makes plays, cleans things up, and he also makes plays that matter. He won't be out of position because he's not. I don't know that he'll have the huge turnover play, the huge game-turning play, but they need consistency out of that position. And he might, and along with the rest of the run defense, I kind of chose this just because the run defense is so key. He might be the key, and that group might be the key to why this defense is so much better, and it'll definitely be the key on Sunday.
I picked Cam Robinson this week for he will, he won't, he might. We saw him for the first time this season last week, but I think he will return to the more Cam of old that we're used to this week. That first game back is always kind of weird, and he was only able to practice that 1 week beforehand. I don't think, or excuse me, he won't. I'm so bad with this format. He won't be as rusty as he was in week 5. Obviously, without playing, we saw a little bit of rust out there, but I think Cam will be a little bit more back in action, and he might be the spark that they need on the offensive line. We know Cam brings a little bit of an attitude and that edge, and you can see it kind of pick up with everyone else around him. It's very infectious, so I'm hoping that'll be the spark they need on offense, especially because we don't know the status of Walker Little right now.
Well, they need it on the offensive line. They didn't play horrible, but they didn't play great, and they need something. Remember, they had to deal with shuffling the lineup, and they dealt with a very good Bills front. Well, they get a front, John, that really gave them fits in week 1.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Grover Stewart inside and DeForest Buckner, you know, they need that spark to get them to raise their performance level up.
Yeah, he might be the most, meaning Cam, the biggest gap in what fans believe a player is and how important a player is to a team. His teammates love this guy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He is a huge leader on the offensive line, and when he's in there, I told a bunch of guys in the locker room yesterday, there's a different vibe on offense when Cam Robinson plays. He's really important to this, and I get that he gave up a sack on Sunday, but
quarterback held that ball a little long that play too.
Travis Etienne also said, hey, when Cam's in there, I know where he is. He's reliable. I can get in there and hide behind Cam and always come out the other side. Happened on the 35-yard run, I think. So if I'm not mistaken, I think Cam was in the game at that point.
He was.
Yeah. So, you know, sometimes what matters is what the people believe. And this offense believes in Cam Robinson.
And they were also counting on getting Cam back to move Walker in to help the young center, right? We talked about some struggles in the middle, and there's some remorse for the fact that they may not have Walker in there because they were so excited to see what he meant working together with the center and the right guard. So
and he was playing well before he got hurt.
Yeah, he really was.
He was. He did not practice yesterday. He's listed as day-to-day according to Doug Peterson, but we'll see what that actually means on Sunday. So if you are coming to the game on Sunday, the Buddy Bus is coming to Everbank Stadium on October 15th. So early detection is crucial. Check mammogram off your list before the Jags game against the Colts. You can learn more at baptistjags.com/buddy. Stay with us. We'll have more about things before the Colts game on Sunday.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields, and we have some great news. Fields has the vehicle you want, in stock, priced right, and ready for delivery.
Fields Auto Group is Jacksonville's luxury automotive destination for Cadillac, Jaguar, Land Rover, Lexus, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche. Inventory is back and available for immediate delivery.
And every Fields customer can take advantage of our Fields Amenities program with complimentary loaners, car washes, and our cafes. You deserve the best.
Stop by today or go to fieldsauto.com.
Your hometown gate now has more ways to save. Introducing My Gate Rewards, a new loyalty program with member-exclusive savings and fuel discounts. Earn points on in-store purchases, take advantage of special offers, and save on products you love. Score free coffee, fountain drinks, pizza, and soft serve with Gate's frequent shopper clubs. Then use your points on savings at the pump. Download the My Gate Rewards app in the App Store today or ask a store associate for more information. Go from good to Gate.
Since 2014, there's been only one official home builder of the Jaguars, Dreamfinders Homes. With quality-built homes and a speedy move-in process, we're in 20-plus communities in the best locations across Northeast Florida. Dreamfinders Homes is everywhere you want to live. So get off the sidelines, Jags fans, and get into the game. Let Dreamfinders help you navigate your home purchase and offer great interest rates. Visit DreamfindersHomes.com for all your move-in ready homes and step up your game.
Fans, on Tuesday, October 24th from 5 to 6, you can head to the Publix located at E-Town Exchange to meet Jacksonville Jaguars players for a special appearance from 5 to 6. Again, that's the Publix on E-Town Parkway in Jacksonville on Tuesday, October 24th from 5 to 6 to meet members of this Jaguars team.
2nd down and 8 from the 35-yard line of the Bills. The Bills are out of timeouts. They got none left. Under center. And running again with Etienne. He bursts out of there. Touchdown! Travis Etienne! That'll put a nail in this thing! Etienne scores! How good is that? Didn't I tell you they were going to pass? Didn't I tell you keep your feet up?
Sounds of the game is out. It's on Jaguars YouTube and Jaguars.com. Etienne, obviously a big part of that with his 2 touchdowns.
What a cool story he is. I don't mean to interrupt.
He's the best.
The kid comes in, loses his first year because of an injury that is tough for a running back.
Career ending
back
for some.
and makes significant progress last year, and then keeps getting better and better. Not all running backs sort of have that career curve. And good kid, and just a fun player to watch. Overall, one of the cool stories of the early season.
Very cool. Who you guys got on Sunday?
I think the Jags win it. I mean, I don't think it's easy. I think it might be similar to Week 1 in the sense of close, fans worried, 7 or 8 minutes left. I think the Jaguars take control.
I think Jaguars the last couple of weeks have done a good job in the run. I mean, you mentioned Bijan Robinson had that long run, and he's a really good player. Jonathan Taylor is a really good player as well, and I think he gives Minshew, as I said, something that he can work with to keep from falling too far behind the chains and can stay in manageable down and distance. I think the Jaguars pull away in the fourth quarter. I think they do a good job in the run and maybe keep Taylor and Moss to right around 100 yards.
Let's keep things rolling. Hopefully 3 in a row. Now, this Sunday's game against the Colts is brought to you by Hyundai. There's never a better time to test drive that Hyundai you've always wanted. It's your journey. Own every mile in a brand new Hyundai. Visit buyhyundai.com today. That's it for us this week. We will be back on Monday morning to recap everything for you from Sunday. Enjoy the game.